Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog. Very good afternoon to you, wherever you are, around the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, or here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's Blog exclusive. Yes, exclusive. As I delivered to you earlier today, it is understood that Chelsea have reached a general understanding on personal terms with Victor Osimhen. You remember I promised you that I was not going to come your way until I have a concrete news, evidence, knowing that Chelsea, the agreement with Victor Osimhen is about to happen. Now I can confidently declare that from multiple sources, there is a concrete offer presented to Victor Osimhen as we speak. Concrete offer has been presented to Victor Osimhen's agent calendar as we speak. And it is expected that in the next 24 to 48 hours, there should be a breakthrough with Victor Osimhen. It is now or never. It is now or never for Victor Osimhen. Moving forward, the club is ready to discuss proposal with Napoli for the striker. A move to the Saudi is not an option any longer for Victor Osimhen, as the teams interested are no longer in the race. More details in the next 24 to 48 hours. It is now or never for Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. The next 24 to 48 hours are critical. Yes, it is very critical right now when it comes to Victor Osimhen deal. All right. You see, there is something I want to talk about. Watching Chelsea game against Wolves over and over and over again, I discovered something on two players. Pedro Neto and João Felix. Ladies and gentlemen, if you observe the game carefully with an eye of an analyst, like I have, yes, you will notice that the run from Pedro into the area where he was able to give that assist, it doesn't just happen. Hardly will you see a player move from that position where he was and where he received the ball from within splits of seconds. That reminds me of Kevin De Bruyne of Man City. The assist Pedro gave to João Felix in scoring that goal is a classic one. No, yes, I am telling you, it is a classic one. You can only see such assists from Kevin De Bruyne. As a matter of fact, even before Pedro Neto came to Chelsea, his style of play is being rated as second to Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League. Very good assist giver. Anytime Pedro Neto is in the area of the box, opposition box, watch him. From now onwards, keep your eyes on Pedro Neto in that area. Keep your eyes on him. He is an expert in assist. From that angle, that left side of the field, anytime he's there, watch him. Any ball he delivers into the box must be a goal. That's my observation when I went back checking his style of play with Wolves and watching him with the goal that assist he gave to João Felix. And even the goal scored by João Felix was another unique goal. Thank God our new signings are up and doing. We will expect more from them. And I tell you what, this season, you can't stop Chelsea. I just pray and hope that our coach will be able to do the right thing, fielding the right players in the various games we have ahead of us. Ladies and gentlemen, negotiations over Jadon Sancho's future continues. Jadon Sancho, Manchester United, Juventus, and Arsenal. Hey, sorry, but I say Arsenal, Chelsea. I beg your pardon. What is Arsenal doing this afternoon in my mouth? Chelsea. Is it Juventus in talks over a loan deal with a buy clause? United want specific conditions to be met, including salary coverage for the player. Chelsea considers Sancho an opportunity for a swap deal with Raheem Sterling. Chelsea want to include Sterling, yes, up to Manchester United now to decide. What do you think? Do you think Chelsea is making the right move? Do we really need Sancho? Do we really need Sancho? Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear from the comment section. Now, something interesting has taken place again in Chelsea Football Club. You see, the clearing of our old staffs, our old workers, coaches, this, that, is still ongoing. Very soon, even the cleaners will be changed. Very soon, those who are in charge of cleaning, they'll all be changed. Well, let me announce to you that our fitness coach, Will Tullet, is leaving Chelsea after 21 years as the club continues to revamp their performance and medical department. Yes, I'm saying it again. Chelsea's fitness coach, who has been there for the past 21 years, Will Tullet, is leaving Chelsea. He's leaving finally. He is one of the longest serving staffs or workers at Cobham. He's been there throughout the seasons in, seasons out. Jose Mourinho and the rest. Now he's finally leaving after 21 years. Great job. He is a legend of the club. Oh yes. For somebody to work in a company for 21 good years, my goodness. In the same place for 21 years, he's left his mark. He's done his part. He's played his role. And let's celebrate him. Will Tullet, we can only wish you the best of luck going forward in your life and in your career. 21 years. 21 years. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. I want to revisit Sancho issue for just 2 minutes. For just 2 minutes. You see, Sancho isn't a priority, as I think Pedro is solid on the left side. But that doesn't mean that Sancho is not better than Modric in that position, or isn't helping us solve Sterling's headache. Sterling is already a headache for us. Now, if we can get Sancho, and Sterling will be going the other way around. It's and Sancho is, for me, is a better player. I'm not saying Sterling is not good, but it is more like, even if they are on par, Sancho can be more consistent than Sterling. And he is also a right-footed winger, which we don't have. Sancho is a right-footed winger, which we still don't have. Apart from Modric, who is misfiring. Yeah. Modric is misfiring. It will be a very painful thing for me that Chelsea will end up selling Modric. In fact, I'll be sad to see Modric leave Chelsea. But as someone who loves the club and want the best for the club, we need the best. We need our players to be, anytime they are on the pitch of play, they must deliver. If the fee and the wages are right for Sancho, why not? Modric isn't ready to help us now, and nobody knows when he will be ready. Sancho isn't as bad as some people make it, but the conditions must be right for Chelsea to go in for him. If we find a buyer for Sterling, we can ignore Sancho if we want. If we get a buyer for Sterling, we can decide to ignore Sancho if we want, because we don't really need him. We have Pedro there, and we will just be managing Modric with Pedro. After all, even Nicola Jackson is also good on that left side. But if we don't have the buyer for Sterling, and it will mean we must give Sterling to Manchester United in order to get Sancho in replacement, I'm all for it. Let me hear from you in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it is a hot afternoon, and I will not take much of your time. Your lunch, I will not take much of your time. But quickly, before I let you go, it is understood. Eddie Nketiah to Crystal Palace. Here we go. Deal in place between clubs for 25 million fixed fee plus 5 million in add-ons. Nketiah already accepted to join Crystal Palace 2 days ago, and he's now set to complete his medical test. Permanent move as Arsenal wanted. Green light arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, you will tell me that why am I missing some other news items with Chelsea news item? Well, most of you out there, especially my Ghanaian brothers, they are interested in Nketiah, so that is I brought out the news. Pardon me anyway, but it is equally a Premier League news. Nketiah to Crystal Palace. He is the one that is taking over from Jordan Ayew. Jordan now moved to Nottingham Forest. Is it Nottingham Forest? Yeah, I think so. Now, Nketiah, he is now taking over from Jordan from Crystal Palace. Ladies and gentlemen, you see how interesting it is? All right, quickly, before I go, I should be back later tonight with explosives. I promise you, watch out for that because there's so much to talk about, but because of time, let me end it here. But quickly, Chelsea have made an inquiry to sign Ivan Toney. Brentford won £50 million. The sense is, though, that that if Chelsea won't offer that, if they do make a big offer before Friday. Now, you see, this is not, what I try to put up here is not what I'm reading out. What Chelsea did with the inquiry on Ivan Toney was to trigger Victor Osimhen's camp. I want to clarify that. Chelsea used this strategy to trigger Victor Osimhen's camp before giving the offer, before presenting the offer to the agent of Victor Osimhen. It is understood that Victor Osimhen's agent has received Chelsea's offer and talks are currently ongoing. It is expected that within the next 24 to 48 hours, an agreement could be reached. But then, Chelsea used this Ivan Toney discussion to trigger that offer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are the games Chelsea FC is playing around with other clubs. Let me end it here with big shout out to my good friends out there. Quickly, this one from Paul Anani from GH Ghana. He said, why are you trying to know better than everybody? Haaland in his first season won the Golden Boot. Diego Costa in his first season scored more than 20 goals. We are in a conference league because of his wastefulness. And Pochettino did not give the opportunity to the likes of Dato Fofana, Armando Broja, and David Washington. Whether Osimhen or any other striker, Chelsea need a sharp finisher. Anani from Ghana. It is true, Chelsea need a sharp finisher. But I also want you to understand my brother Anani from GH Ghana. Haaland is a different breed of striker. Haaland doesn't work out ball from midfield. Haaland is a ball poacher. Yes. The workload of Haaland is quite easier, and Jackson comes into the midfield, helps the midfield, moves the ball forward, and can score equally. Ladies and gentlemen, that does not mean that I'm in support of Jackson missing loads of opportunities or chances. Big shout out to you once again, Anani from Ghana, Paul Anani from GH Ghana. Big shout out to you. Keep your messages coming in. This one says, tell them they don't know. Coming from Johannes. Johannes, I'm telling them and I'm repeating it to them. Big shout out to you out there, Johannes. I appreciate your comments. I love you so much, Johannes. All right. Anifio Moses said, Jackson, you scored only one goal and you went back to challenge an oracle. Madueke scored 3 goals and remained quiet. For your information, we Chelsea fans expect you as a striker to score 20 goals, else you are a failure. Sellers Blog, please keep one full day for this argument and I will tell you my mind. My good friend Anifio Moses, I should keep one full day for this argument and you will tell me your mind. Please, I answer. Yes, forgive me. I cannot afford to, I cannot afford to take your argument for one full day. And I don't want you to tell me your mind, please. My good friend Alda Anifio Moses, big shout out to you. I love you guys so much. You guys are the one making my day. This one coming from Kamara Kemo. He said, Jackson is a good striker. If you doubt him, go and ask the Premier League defenders. They can tell you who is Jackson. The guy is still young, and we need to be patient with him and give him time. Exactly, so my dear friend, I support you very much, 100%. He is good. You ask the Premier League defender, they will tell you that Jackson is difficult to defend against. They will tell you that. I agree also that he misses a lot of chances, which he's still growing. He is still growing, and I believe he will improve this season. Ladies and gentlemen, quickly, the last one before I let you guys go. This is coming from Simon from Abuja. He says, if you finish whatever you want to say, please, we need Victor Osimhen. If I'm done with anything I want to say, all you want is Victor Osimhen. All right, dear friend. On this note, I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Big shout out to all of you out there. I'll see you in the next one. Shalom and peace.